All right, let's talk about AI. It's everywhere, right? In your smart speaker, your security camera, it's quietly running in the background of our lives. But here's the big question, especially when it comes to security. Can we actually trust it? Let's dive in and find out. I mean, think about it. You've got AI that's supposed to be guarding your smart home, or maybe your company's entire network. Its whole job is to spot threats. But what happens when someone deliberately tries to trick that AI? Well, the results are kind of shocking. Okay, so on a normal day, your standard AI security system, it's a rock star. 99% accuracy, it's catching pretty much everything. But now look at what happens when it's hit with what's called an adversarial attack. This is someone trying to fool it on purpose. The accuracy just plummets, all the way down to 38%. I mean, it goes from being a super sharp guard dog to, well, basically sleeping on the job while the house is on fire.
And this isn't just some random glitch. This total meltdown is a massive, massive blind spot for AI. And it's a really dangerous one, especially in the world of the Internet of Things, IoT, where literally billions of our devices are all connected.
And here's the really scary part. The problem isn't just that the AI gets the answer wrong. No, the real danger is why it's wrong. The attack isn't just making it guess incorrectly. It's actually corrupting the AI's entire reasoning process. It's making the AI feel super confident about a decision that is completely, totally wrong.
So that leads us to an even bigger problem. See, for us to trust an AI, we need it to explain its decisions. But what happens when the explanations themselves start to lie?
This is where a field called explainable AI, or XAI, comes in. The whole goal is pretty simple. Make the AI show its work, So a human, like a security analyst, can look at it and understand why it flagged something as a threat. On paper, it's a fantastic idea. But here's the reality check. Right from the research, when these explainable AIs get attacked, their explanations can go completely haywire. They become so unpredictable that for a security pro who's trying to stop an attack in real time, these explanations aren't just useless, they're actually dangerous. Okay, think of it like this. Imagine you have a security camera that doesn't just miss the intruder breaking in. Bad enough, right? But then it generates this super detailed report claiming a stray cat triggered the alarm by tap dancing on the roof. The report is an explanation, but it's a complete, totally misleading fiction.
So, yeah, what good is an explanation if you can't trust it? If the very thing that's supposed to build your confidence becomes unreliable the second you need it most, what's the point? And that fundamental question is what pushed researchers to come up with a whole new way of thinking about this.
And this new approach, it starts with a really simple but powerful idea. Instead of just asking an AI for an explanation and hoping it's right, what if we could test how stable, how reliable that explanation is to begin with?
And that's the core idea right there. It's a new method called feature stability analysis, or FSA. You can basically think of it as a lie detector, but for an AI's reasoning. It measures whether the AI's reasons for making a decision stay consistent, even when it's being fed tricky, deceptive data.
So, here's a peek at how FSA works. It looks at all the different pieces of data the AI is considering. In the biz, they're called features. And what it found is that some features, like say how long a network connection lasts, are really stable. Their importance to the AI's decision just doesn't change, even under attack. But other features, whoa, they can be manipulated super easily, flipping from being a sign of everything's okay to a sign of big danger.
And the cool thing is, FSA doesn't just guess about this. It actually quantifies this trustworthiness. So a stable feature like flow duration gets a really high stability score, something close to 1. That's a green light, telling us we can rely on it. But an unstable feature gets a low score, way down near 0, which is a huge red flag that its explanation is probably junk.
Okay, so armed with this brand new stability test, the researchers went and built a whole new kind of AI. This one was designed from the ground up to be tough and to provide explanations you can actually believe in. It's called XAR-DNN.
And honestly, the results are just incredible. Just look at this chart. When you throw a sophisticated cyber attack at them, the accuracy of standard models just tanks. It completely falls apart. But XAR-DNN, the one built with this idea of explanation stability at its core, it's holding strong at nearly 94% accuracy. It doesn't just survive the attack, it basically shrugs it off.
And the best part is, this isn't just some clunky theoretical model that only works on a supercomputer in a lab. No way. It's incredibly efficient. It has a tiny footprint, so it's easy to put on devices. It's super fast. We're talking milliseconds.
even on a little device like a Raspberry Pi. And it works. It's broadly effective against a whole bunch of different kinds of cyber attacks. This thing is built for the real world.
So, let's bring this all home. What does this all mean for us, really? Why does a stable AI explanation matter outside of a research paper?
Well, it means we can finally move from just having smart tech to having actionable intelligence. It gives security analysts alerts they can actually trust. It lets them separate the real, high-confidence threats from all the noise of a potential attack trying to fool them. And, big picture, it even lines up with new global regulations like the EU AI Act, which are starting to demand that these high-stakes AI systems have to be robust and explainable.
And all this really leaves us with a final, pretty important thought. For years, the big race in AI has been all about making it smarter, faster, more capable. But maybe the real challenge, the one that's going to matter most for our future, isn't just about building a smarter AI. It's about proving we can actually trust it.